Hi everyone, this is Katie from Boiling Springs, and I'm really excited to show you how to do a cork pumpkin craft. The great thing about this is that it's really simple, but it's also really sophisticated, so you can put it out for your autumn decorations. And I'm really excited to show you this, so without further ado, let's get started. So to make our cork pumpkin, we're going to need orange acrylic paint, along with a small dish mixed with some water. That way it can be a little bit easier to dry. We'll also need a couple of paint brushes that you don't care about too much. A hot glue gun, because regular glue is just going to take forever. And finally, we need our corks and our leaves. I found these leaves at the dollar store for very inexpensively, and you can get a lot at one time. So whatever you don't use for your pumpkin, you can decorate around your house. And the last thing, of course, we need is little pumpkin corks. So got these from a consignment store in a pack. You can also order them off of Amazon. And I got a really big bundle. We're going to need 20 of these for our craft program today. We're going to paint 19 of them and leave one for the stem. So our first step is to get our paint mixed with a little bit of water in our paintbrush. We're going to take a wine cork and just very carefully paint both ends. Doesn't have to be really, really orange, but at least a little bit. We're going to do that with 19 of these corks, but for the sake of time for this video, I went ahead and prepped the corks already painted. Those are these right here. Our next step is to put them in the proper design. We're going to arrange them in rows of 3, 4, 5, 4, and 3 again. So I'm going to glue these together in rows, side by side, starting with the 3. And for all you math people out there, here's a little bit of a math thing. It's definitely a ratio. So if you ever want to make this pumpkin bigger or smaller, all you have to do is just adjust the ratio. And the good thing about hot glue is that it dries very quickly, so this won't take long at all. We've got a row of 5, a row of 4, and a row of 3. We're going to do one more row of 4 and one row of 3. I'm going to put a little bit more paint on this one, a little bit more glue. And finally, our row of 3. All right, now that we have these in rows, we can actually stack them, kind of like Legos. So we take a row of 3, and we take a row of 4, which is already pretty much dried. And we can layer the bottom with some paint, with glue, and stick that on the top. Just watch out for the streams of hot glue. You want to be clearing those out as you go along. They look a little bit like spider's web, which could add to the ambiance a little bit of your decoration scheme. That was our row of 5. We're going to put on a row of 4 next. And finally a row of 3. And we're almost done, guys. I told you this was going to be really simple. So you probably want to take some of the pumpkin strains out, some of the glue strains, but we place it like this. We almost have our pumpkin shape, but we are missing the stem. So you want to take a smaller cork, and then one of your autumn leaves, mine is bright red. First you want to glue the leaf on the top, and finally we glue the cork. And there we have our finished holiday pumpkin. All right, everyone, we finished our pumpkin. I'm sure you're really, really proud. I'm so excited about this one. You've noticed that this pumpkin that I made before the demonstration is a little bit bigger, and that's just a question of ratio. So you could make them in rows of 4, 5, and 6, and then 5 and 4, and just make it a little bit bigger. If you want to make it a little bit smaller, you can. Then you'll have a little pumpkin family. So happy fall, everyone!